Howdy there, my name is Joshua and this is my new YouTube channel. I'm making this because I'm really tired of the fact that there aren't many Australian film photography YouTubers out there. You go and have a look at it online anywhere, you see all of these beautifully aesthetic photo walks with lo-fi beats in the background. They'll find a new roll of film that they've got, the best and the brightest things that they can get, and they'll go out into the streets, they'll spend like half an hour taking photos of buildings and cars and just whatever they can find around the place. They bring it back home and then just like shooting fish in a barrel, they'll show you how the results came out, and there's something beautiful to that, but none of it feels very Australian. It's very grounded in this American way of making videos and things. So I wanted to do the same, and I've gotten a fresh box of film from Walk-ins over in Melbourne. Very affordable by film standards. Like buying something local is going to be way pricier. So I've got a heap of film there, plenty of portrait, plenty of Ilford black and whites, HP5s, and I am going to be shooting those and showing you my process for shooting them. And I feel compelled to do this because I've recently gotten a brand new camera, the RB67. Yes, I am moving on to 120 film formats, which is a big step for me after 7 years of shooting on 35mm. My AE1, which was my dad's AE1, recently seized up, and buying a new camera seemed easier. And I've also been shooting on these point and shoots, which might not look like something, and this one did have its $3 price tag on it for quite a few years that I had it, but these have served me very well. I've taken lots of black and white on this, and lots of Kodak Gold has gone through this. Kodak Gold and Fujifilm is usually my go-tos. But moving on to the RB67, I am forcing myself to expand and try out some new films, which is half the fun of being alive, trying out these new things and techniques and working out how to use this absolute beast of a camera. I got mine for $800, and that seemed like a pretty good price because it came with a 200mm lens and a 50, but the 50 is broken, so it was kind of just chucked in as a bargain sweetener. It does work, but there's just a bit of mold, fungi, whatever kind of stuff developing in the lens, and it stops the shutter from working occasionally. And it came with the 90mm lens, which has been my go-to for this recently. Now, I should probably admit that this is my second attempt at making this video of my Welcome to Photography channel, because I had shot a beautiful roll of Kodak Gold 200 on this. I'd shown me loading the film up to moderate success, and then going out to the local Magravat markets, going up to the mountain up there and taking some photos of the whole city, and then going skating with some friends. So I got a whole roll, spent about half a day really agonizing over every shot, and then next day I went straight to PhotoFast to get my film developed. I didn't want any light leaks like I did with my first roll of film, which was moderately successful, but has quite a few leaks in it, as you can see here. I'll put some photos up for you to enjoy. They came out pretty well, going out to the dam, a couple of street shots in there, just some nature out the front of my house, and a graveyard. Where else would you go when you get a brand new camera but the graveyard? So the Kodak Gold roll that I took on this, I went straight to the developing house PhotoFast to get it developed. And I had wound it on very tightly since the first one had some light leaks. And I put the roll on the counter, and in front of my eyes and this kid at the shop standing on the other side of the counter, it unwinds itself from the inside, kind of like unfurls like a scroll. So the middle loosens out as if there was tension on the inside of it. So I'm guessing I didn't tape it down very well. Live and learn. But this unfurls in front of both of us, and I look panicked, totally shell-shocked, and he looks panicked and just grabs it right in his hands like that and puts it under his shirt and runs to the back of the shop. And then I'm standing there like a mule, mouth open, like a muppet, and he's in the back for 5 minutes loading it into the machine. And he comes out and says, I don't know what'll be there, we'll put it through and see what you get. And I walk away praying that it goes through. And then the next day I get a message saying blank roll. And I'm absolutely devastated because I was very excited to see how it would come out. But it's part of the adventure, and I figure that's the kind of stuff that's going to make this more and more interesting. So I'm going to go load up a roll into this. It'll probably just be... I might do a black and white roll this time and go a bit slower. So I'm thinking the HP 5 because that is ISO 400, I think. Yeah, I'm quite a fan of that. These are very nice rolls of film with 8 exposures. And then I'm going off to Blues Fest this weekend and camping. So there's going to be plenty to take photos of. I'll try and video bits of that. And stay tuned because I'm also going to make some summaries of my other cameras and the rest of my history as a photographer. Subscribe, like, whatever you do. Stay around. I was about to try and go past these and catch a mate who I'm already late to meet. It's too pretty. Proper big boy. Stay. Stay. Tully, stay. Stay. Tully, stay. 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 I think we got it. I mean, that being it's just right off the highway is so insanely pretty. Oh, it just sits so nicely.
Scenic little vista. Yeah. I thought I was going to be able to zoom in here, but I'm just going to have to use the widest lens I've got.
As you saw, not all the photos were great successes, and I think you can attribute that mostly to light leaks and jammed shutters. I lost a good 4 photos in that roll due to just the shutter jamming and then going off about a second after I actually wanted the photo to go off. You can see that when I was going past the highway with the derelict house. And I really wish I got those photos, which is just, it's one of those experiences of when you've composed everything in your mind, you can remember the exact framing of the shot, but you know no one else is ever gonna see it, which is very sad, and you just want to go back and you want to take it again. And I don't know, the next time I'm gonna get to go down near Yukai and drive through the beautiful Bridge National Park and all of those places, but I'm looking forward to doing it again. And I just want to say a thank you to all of those people who stuck around throughout this video and stayed till the end. I had a lot of fun shooting this roll and thinking about how I can actually showcase what I do with photography. I've been thinking a lot about why I do this kind of thing, because, I don't know, the nihilism creeps in occasionally and you wonder what's the point in anything. And ultimately, I think I always just like capturing moments because I've got a terrible memory for people, places, and what was said. I always just remember feelings, and photos really help me take my mind back to different times, and I think I associate lots of things with these images that I spent a lot of time composing as opposed to just digital photos and other memories. And I suppose I'll get a little bit more into my kind of theory of what makes a good photo and how I try to compose my shots in another video, so stay tuned for that. I've been Joshua Hibovesky, and this has been my first photo blog, photo walk, photo confessional. We'll see what we call them in the future.